Something's down there.
Shortly after I started, some crazy, weird stuff started happening.
I saw my girlfriend standing in the kitchen with her back turned. I just took her to work.
Chris, you gotta get out of there.
Oh my God.
A plug of hair got pulled out. She has a blood spot right there. I mean, it was about that freaking big.
I saw multiple people just walking back and forth through the walls.
Help! There was something that wanted to see something bad happen to me.
Science tells you that there's no afterlife. My incident changed my belief structure real quick.
It's 2004 in a Florida beach town. Chris Otto is working his first shift on a body removal team for the state medical examiner.
You just start with us?
Yeah.
The body removal team takes a body to and from a medical examiner to be autopsied, and we also take the autopsied bodies to the local funeral homes.
That's the gig. Cool. You ever seen a dead body before?
No, not really. I mean, like, I've watched TV and I've gone to funerals, but...
It's a little different than that, but you'll get used to it. It's not too bad.
Okay.
We brought someone back to the medical examiner around 12:30 at night. It was an older woman, probably in her late 70s. She had passed away in a nursing home. I was studying forensics pathology.
First, we've got this lever here. Twist it up, and then we're good to go. Okay, grab it. 1, 2, 3.
Night, I'd work at the local medical examiner. When you watch stuff on TV, CSI Miami, it's fascinating to you. But when it's in person, it's a whole different ball game.
Let's go.
Yeah, sorry.
Seeing somebody dead, it was numbing and kind of heartbreaking at first, you know, because everybody has a story. I saw a bunch of stuff that I didn't really want to see at first, but I knew that it came with the job because, again, I wanted to do forensics pathology, so it was basically the course to study, and the way to rank up is you have to get used to seeing cadavers.
Dr. Hannigan, please call extension 209. Dr. Hannigan,
Getting used to
209.
seeing dead bodies will soon be the least of Chris's problems.
Security, please report to reception. Security, please report to reception.
No, I'll do it.
In the morgue, we weigh her, we measure her height, we take pictures of the body with a special camera and get it ready for an autopsy.
Draw straight. Grab the lights.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Okay, so we take this data entry. That's why we want to type nice.
Chris has no idea that his first night is about to become anything but routine.
Around 1 o'clock, we were finishing up. We're doing next to kin paperwork, signing her in, doing paperwork on her for the medical examiner doctors to oversee, writing down a quick synopsis of how she passed away according to the doctors at the nursing home. The only living people in this building at the time were me and Emilio. I saw something out of the right corner of my eye.
What's up?
I think I just saw something. Hello?
I saw a Hispanic teenager standing in the hallway, staring right at us.
You see that?
Yeah, I'm sure I saw something.
Go check it out.
Hello?
I'm going, oh my God, did they make a mistake at the local hospital?
Chris and his partner see the figure of a young man standing looking at them in the hospital. Now, this figure is so realistic, they think, oh my gosh, somebody went and pronounced a living person dead. This is a fear that many medical professionals have. Patients that have been declared dead, have a time of death and death certificate all ready to go, aren't actually dead.
Are you okay?
And he just kind of like stuck his tongue out like that, and he ran off laughing and giggling.
Hey!
We didn't actually know what to do. We were basically frozen in time at that point. We were just dumbfounded.
Where'd he go?
I don't see him.
Hey!
Emilio went looking for him while I got on the phone.
Security.
Hi, my name's Chris Otto. I'm down here at the medical examiner building, and I think there's an intruder in the building.
Okay, you said in the medical examiner building?
Yeah, could you summon someone?
Yeah, right away.
We thought that this kid was accidentally pronounced, and maybe he's, now needing to seek medical treatment.
Just hang back for a second. Police? Police, anyone there?
We looked in all the medical examiner doctors' offices.
Okay, well, it looks like the door is still closed, so there's no forced entry there. Where else did you see him?
Morgue. Over there.
Okay. Let's go that way.
You want to search in there?
Yeah. Police?
We looked in the actual freezer where the deceased were placed. I mean, we looked everywhere. Bathrooms, hallways.
Okay, well, there's clearly no one in there.
We couldn't find him anywhere.
All right, let's head back to your desk.
The officer's patience wears thin with them.
So it was here, and then you turned around, and he was at the other end of the hall.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, is this some kind of joke or something?
No, we're not.
No,
We know
I
what
swear.
We saw. I'm telling you, we saw the same thing.
Okay, because right now, there's no one else here. We've checked everywhere. There's no forced entry. None of the doors are open. Everything is locked. There's no one else here. So either you're playing a joke with us and wasting our time, or what?
No, I swear to God, it's not a joke. We know what we saw.
We're not messing around, man. We know what we saw. We're not playing games with you.
Okay, well, we're gonna take off and help out with some real crimes, and when there's an actual emergency, call us.
I know what we saw, man.
Yeah. You want to grab a coffee?
Yeah, let's go.
So I was just like, you're wasting our time here, man.
After they leave the morgue, Emilio and Chris remain shaken by what they've seen.
That was weird, right? I don't get it, man.
Yeah. It was a one-off. It's really nothing.
What we ended up doing was we ended up getting into our van, and we drove about 30 miles away from the medical examiner to a local 7-Eleven.
Thanks.
We just sat there. Didn't make any sense to us. There was no way he could have left the medical examiner that night or even came into the medical examiner's.
It's better that this didn't happen, right?
Yeah. Like the cop said, didn't find anything, and we'll just carry on.
Did we just see a ghost? We're the only people in there. Like, I don't know what else it could actually be.
So, what was it then?
Science in general just tells you that you live and then you die. That's it. There's no afterlife. I was just trying to, like, realize that this could be paranormal. I'm losing my mind, one of the two. We just said to one another that, hey, we cannot tell anybody about this because they're going to think we're crazy. After our seeing the boy in the morgue, I thought it was the end of it. But I was wrong. Next night, around 10, 11 o'clock, I had the day off at home. Getting ready to go to sleep.
What is that?
We'll check.
We heard something outside our door. Like someone breathing through an air tube. A Darth Vader-ish sound. I had to see what was going on in my hallway.
After seeing the disturbed figure of a lost boy in the morgue, forensic technician Chris Otto hears something unexplained in his own home.
There was nothing there, and then the noise completely stopped. Maybe it might have been the air ducts in our ceiling.
There's no one there.
Sure?
Yeah. Okay. Just go to bed, okay?
Okay.
Chris and Denise snuggle in for what they expect to be a quiet night.
Chris?
A couple hours later, we heard something which sounded kind of like a heart monitor. We were like, what is that noise coming from? Or we couldn't figure it out. We didn't have, anything that would cause that noise in our bedroom.
Oh my God, what is going on?
I don't know. Let me figure it out.
We were scared.
Just watch out, okay?
Yeah.
It was coming from our bathroom. We kind of looked at each other like, what is going on here? We're trying to rule out any paranormal.
It must just be from some other apartment.
People don't want to go there, right?
We just don't want to sound crazy.
We're just imagining. Just go back to bed.
I didn't even tell her what happened at that night at the medical examiner.
Okay.
We were still reeling from the night before, what we saw. Well, nothing took place. Business went as usual.
Yeah, we're good.
After a couple nights of working, I just tried to imagine that that we didn't see anything. It was just a hallucination more than anything else. Maybe we were just overwhelmed and we were just tired, and maybe we were just seeing things.
Chris was beginning to feel that things had returned to normal.
Shortly after that, I dropped my girlfriend off at work. I was doing paperwork on my computer when I decided to go make myself something to eat. I saw her standing in the kitchen with her back turned.
Denise?
Immediate terror came over my body, and because I just took her to work. I was saying to myself, how can my girlfriend be in the kitchen when I just dropped her off at work? And I'm like, I'm losing my mind here. I put water on my face and looked myself in the mirror. I was just saying, get it together. I called her. Her boss answered.
Hi, is Denise there?
And I asked for Denise, and I said, is Denise there? And he said, yeah, she's sitting right here.
Chris,
Denise? Denise?
What's going on?
I just saw you in our kitchen.
Oh my God. Chris, you gotta get out of there. Go.
Yeah. Okay, I'm gone.
That's when she told me to get my keys and get out of there. It was still standing in my kitchen with its back turned.
The phenomenon of the doppelganger is well documented. It's been with us for hundreds of years. A doppelganger is essentially a phantasm of the living. It's the ghost of a person who has not yet died. It looks like them. From every angle, it dresses like them. It sounds just like them. They're indistinguishable from the actual living person. It might look like the person you love, but it's not them. And it means harm.
I was confused. I didn't know what to do. That's when I called my manager. I said, have you ever seen things? At that point, the phone went silent for about 45 seconds. And he's like, welcome to the funeral industry.
What do you mean?
Well, Chris, we see stuff like this all the time. You're just gonna have to get used to it. In the funeral business, we try to keep it to ourselves. He goes, and that's what I want you to do. Don't let anybody know.
Yes, sir.
My sense of what is real and not real is definitely shifting. I picked my girlfriend up from work. We talked about it. We decided to go back home, because it was our home. Everything was perfectly in place. Nothing was tampered with. There was nothing unusual. At this point, I told my girlfriend, maybe we have something here that's not from this world.
I think something came back with me.
She agreed that we might have an entity in our house. I guess I'm bringing home spirits, or bringing home ghosts, or people that had died to my house.
Chris and his girlfriend now know that there are spirits in their home.
Just got worse from there.
Denise, get up. Denise. Denise, wake up. Denise. Please, babe.
Son of God appeared to destroy the devil's work.
Forensic technician Chris Otto believes he has brought something not of this world home from the morgue.
It was about 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock in the morning. I saw multiple people just walking back and forth through the walls.
Leave! Who are you? Leave us alone!
It was like people dressed in like hospital gowns to just normal clothing. And we're just walking through my room, just going through wall to wall. It's hard to talk about, and it was crazy. We were just terrified.
We're gonna go. 3, so babe, we have to go. 3, 2, 1, go, let's go. Come on.
We gotta get out of here.
I know, babe. Go.
We say don't take work home with you. This applies doubly when it comes down to ghosts and spirits. The spirit has hitchhiked back with Chris. I think it's entirely possible that this spirit invited others to come in. Hey, look, I found this great place to stay. Like some company. Who's with me? This spirit invited in a bunch of otherworldly house crashers.
That's the last of it.
All right. Let's get out of here.
Okay.
We just packed up and we left, and I quit the job and we moved to another place in Florida. Everything stopped after that. Everything was back to normal. There was no ghosts, nothing else. As much as I love forensics and as much as I love the CSI stuff, I just couldn't do it no more. Not after going through what I went through. I'll never ever go back to that job ever again. To this day, I still just can't believe all this took place, and it just made me a believer in ghosts and paranormal. It's real as it gets.
Oh my God.
I know a lot of people don't believe, because I was one of those people, but when you have something like this happen to you, it's real. It's definitely real.
It's 2012 in a small old Civil War town on the Mississippi River. David Childers arrives for his first day at work, having just moved back to his hometown.
That's where I was born and raised in. Beautiful town, beautiful, place. Couldn't stay away from it.
He's been hired by a conservation foundation to be the caretaker of an abandoned historic hospital.
It was a lot of history behind it. It was built pre-Civil War. They shut it down like back in 2000. And there was a lot of people going in there and tearing it up, stealing the copper. And the foundation, they were like, I know you like historical places. Why don't you just come on and, help clean the place up and make sure nobody gets in there and gets hurt? And so I took the job. My work day at the hospital was just walking around cleaning stuff up. See if the walls weren't falling down. It was soothing. But shortly after I started, some crazy, weird stuff started happening. I'd walk through the hallways and it was like somebody was watching me, knowing I'm the only person in there. Every now and then, I would hear like little pops and bangs. I'm like, yeah, it's just a hospital cell. It's been here for many years and it's basically falling apart. Maybe that's it. But then I heard a door slam. These doors are heavy. They're old. They have grit up under them. So there's no possible way that the wind would be strong enough to actually do that. Next thing you know, I hear a little girl laugh. And it sounded like it came from above me. It really sent chills up my spine, knowing a child is not going to be in this building the way it is. And I was like, so I shook it off. But then I heard heavy footsteps up top. Keep in mind, this is a thick concrete floor. It's about 6 inches of concrete. Whatever was running upstairs, I mean, it was loud. It was an eerie sound. I turned my light toward the staircase and I was like, do I really want to do this? I don't know if it's going to be a person up there. Somebody with a weapon, I could get hurt. But I've got to check it out.
Hello? 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 Anybody there?
I caught this shadow just rise up on the wall. Where did it come from? I knew that there was no logical explanation, and it scared the hell out of me.
Days pass with no further incident.
I shook it off and I was like, you know what? Let me just go ahead and do my job. It was raining all day. You'll hear some water dripping. It was leaks. 504. Next thing happened, I heard this voice. 504. Room 504. What's in room 504?
Hello?
Start heading up there to check it out. Now, I wish I never would have done it. I went in through the doorway. I'm getting chills even talking about this. Next thing you know, loud boom. Right above me. I was running for my life. The ceiling just fell in.
At an abandoned hospital in an old Civil War town in western Mississippi.
Hello?
Caretaker David Childers.
Room 504.
Tries to find the source of a disembodied voice. But in so doing, barely escapes with his life.
Next thing you know, loud boom. Right above me. I mean, it rattled the walls. The ceiling just fell in. Thank goodness the building didn't collapse. I'm like, man, I can't believe that just happened. There were rumors in the community over the years that the place was haunted. It's hard for me to actually believe because, I mean, rumors are rumors, and people tell stories just to try to keep you away from places like this. But there was something there that wanted me in that room. There was something that wanted to see something, you know, something bad happen to me. I still cannot explain that.
Terrified of what he just experienced, David is at a crossroads.
It's either I quit or I take matters into my own hands. Of course, I decided I'm going to take matters into my own hands. My wife and I, we decided we're going to go into this place and we're going to set up some cameras to actually see what was going on.
Thank you.
Try to catch whoever or whatever it is out here.
This place is creepy.
Yeah.
My wife really didn't want to come to the place, but I really needed her to be there. Of course, being my wife, she was like, okay, I'll help you.
It was right in here where I heard the noises. So maybe... So let's set one up right here, yeah. Somewhere like looking this way.
David and his wife set up cameras throughout the hospital in the hopes that they will be able to catch the intruder on video.
I wanted to capture what was going on in this place because I know I'm not crazy. I know I'm hearing all this stuff. And I really would like for somebody else to understand exactly what's going on and what I'm dealing with.
They leave for the rest of the morning and will return later in the afternoon.
Yeah. Something's messed around their camera.
I just put a camera there, and it was knocked on its side. Even the tripod. It's starting to get really intense.
Just a bunch of static. What? What happened?
A plug of hair got pulled out of.
Oh my God.
She has a blood spot right there. I mean, it was about that freaking big.
I can't do this. I
You're
can't.
bleeding.
No, 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 no. David?
What?
Something's down there.
She said there's somebody standing down there at the end of the hallway.
You are not welcome.
There it was. It looked like a silhouette of a person, but I know good and well it's not.
David.
Leave here.
Come on.
I was in shock.
David, come on. David!
It felt like it was looking right through me.
Come and be with us.
Next thing you know, she bolts out behind me. She runs out toward the catwalk, and I mean, I had to go running after her. And she was like, let's go, let's get out of here. Whatever it is, doesn't want us here. Let's go now.
Come on, let's go.
The heck was that?
I'm just racking my brain. I'm trying to figure out what is going on. What exactly is this thing?
In a situation where David's wife's hair was actually pulled, what this can actually indicate is just a warning to leave the space or to get out. Sometimes these negative entities can be very territorial over the location, and they will work to manipulate the people to get them out of the space.
David stays away from the abandoned building for several weeks. But he can't shake his curiosity around what he has seen and heard. Eventually, he returns to the old hospital.
I'm starting to realize that these rumors are true because I was witnessing myself. I was hearing, I was seeing and feeling. As soon as I got closer, I felt like I was being pulled there.
You get people that tend to be very excited over the fact that something has happened. It's unique, it's thrilling to them. So sometimes people don't actually heed the warning to leave, but actually it draws them in a little bit further.
It was something deep inside of me that just lured me in. I felt safe. I felt like the hospital was taking care of me. I was starting to get obsessed with the place.
David finds no intruder.
Because I'll be home soon.
But over the ensuing months, his obsession keeps him at the abandoned building day and night.
I got real bad. It just pushed me away from my friends and family, and a lot of them just didn't want to speak to me anymore because I was always wanting to be at that hospital. They started seeing the changes of me being more irritable.
Come on, give me a break.
From me neglecting my family at the time, it started to pull me and my wife apart. I don't know how it happened. It just happened so quick.
I'm not listening to this right now. I'll be home when I'm home.
My whole personality changed, and I still don't understand why. It got worse and worse between me and her.
The more time David spends in the decaying building, the more his mood turns.
I fell into a deep depression. It got to where that I got a barbecue grill, and I took it up to the roof. And I would sit there in a lawn chair on the roof of that hospital and just cook out.
Until one day, it threatens to consume him completely.
This is where you belong.
All of a sudden, everything just got muffled. I could hear everything. I can hear the noises.
Come be with us.
It was like I had earmuffs on.
No more pain.
And then I start getting a soothing feeling.
Come and be with us.
I wasn't upset anymore. I was at peace. And I mean, it felt good. But then I start getting visions in my head. It wasn't voices, but it was just visions of me walking to the edge. So I walked to the edge of the roof.
This is where you belong. This is where you belong.
I'm looking down. There's my truck. Something was showing me, hey, look, you can end it.
Do it.
It was showing me, hey, look, you can end the pain. End all this right here, right now. Just go ahead, take that last step.
Caretaker David Childers' experiences at an abandoned hospital have driven him to the edge of suicide.
Do it.
I was so close to stepping off there. So close. Finally, reality started kicking in. It was like, what am I doing here? Yeah, I've got to get out. I ran down from the roof, I get in my truck, and I get out there. I came so close to ending my life. That place is truly dark. After I left that place, that day, I didn't go back.
You've got this negative entity that is very territorial over the location. The intelligence that ends up existing there tends to be very protective. It tends to be very guard dog-like over the space. So oftentimes the phenomenon that will go with it will be events that seem to want the people out and can tend to be very aggressive.
Room 504. Get out.
The same dark spirit that almost killed me before with that ceiling falling in was trying to make another attempt. And it almost happened. It was wanting me to jump off that ledge. I would still get urges to go up there and check it out, but no, that wouldn't happen to me again. And I wouldn't live in that lifestyle. After that, they decided they're going to tear it down. I watched the papers, I watched the news. I was like, man, I can't wait for something to happen. Something that you just get rid of that evil place, man. They posted a video of the teeth of that bucket of that excavator. Just dig into the side of it. That made me so happy. It was just like a weight just lifted off my chest. Until this day, I watched that video a couple of times, knowing what could have happened to me. And it didn't.